Begin this style with your hair down and brushed or combed through. Anytime you're doing a large braid in your hair, it's a good idea to give it a good comb through to make sure you have no tangles underneath. Because when you're doing the braid, you might run into some tangles later, and this will just make it a lot easier. Start with a deep side part on whatever side you normally part your hair. Grab a small section of hair from the top and split it into 2 equal pieces. Take a small piece of hair from the front section of the braid, cross it underneath the hair to the back section. And do the same with the back, a small piece of hair from the back section and cross it underneath to the front. Do this again, small piece from the front, cross it under to the back, small piece from the back and cross it under to the front. On the next step, you're going to incorporate more hair. Take a small section of hair from the very front of your head, cross that underneath the braid to the back section. Then take a small piece of hair from the front part of the braid and cross it underneath to the back. Now take a small piece of hair from underneath the back section, cross it underneath the braid to the front section of the braid. Then take a small piece of hair from the back section of the braid, cross it underneath the braid, and add it into the front section. Do this again. Small piece from the front of your head, cross it underneath the braid, incorporate it into the back section. Take a small piece from the front of the braid, cross it under, and incorporate it to the back. Again, take a small piece of hair, cross it underneath from the back section to the front, and then take a small piece from the braid at the back, cross it underneath, and add it to the front. Continue with these steps all the way down the side of your head. Make sure that you're always crossing the hair underneath the braid. This is how you do a Dutch braid. This is going to cause the braid to look like it's sitting on top of the head instead of going sort of into the hair. When you get to about the top of your ear, you can start incorporating hair from the back and from the other side of your head. One thing I do is I try to sweep all the hair over to the side of my hair that I'm doing the braid on, and that will help to make sure that I gather together all the hair properly and I don't leave any pieces out. So just continue incorporating hair into the braid until you have no hair left to incorporate. Once you've incorporated all of your hair into the braid, just continue down with the rest of the braid, just a regular fishtail braid, taking pieces from the outside, crossing them underneath to the other side, and so on. You continue doing this until you get to about your collarbone or until you have no more hair left, because you're going to need a little bit of room at the end to pull that hair out. Once you've finished your braid, tie it off with a clear elastic. All I had were these black elastics, so mine's black, but it looks better with clear. Now this is what the braid looks like if you don't pull it out, which is still very pretty, but I love the look of a great big braid. Now this is what we call pancaking the braid. To make it large and flat, you're going to take just very gently, grab sections from the outside of the braid and gently pull on them until the braid looks to be about the size that you want it. You can go back through the braid later and pull on more sections, and if you find that you've pulled one section out a bit too much, you can just stick it kind of back in with a bobby pin and some hairspray. I pull on my braid for quite a while because I really like the look of a large, flat, pancaked out fishtail braid, but you just pull on it until it gets to the look that you desire. If you have some layers or pieces that you feel are going to fall out into the back, just take a couple of bobby pins and cross them over at the back and just secure that hair until you feel like your braid is secure. Always give your braid and the rest of your hair really a really good coat of hairspray once it's done. The fishtail braid I find tends to fall out a bit more than your regular 3-strand braid, especially if you have layers. So just make sure you hairspray it until you feel that your hair is going to stay in place reasonably well. I like to pull a couple pieces out by the side of my face, but that's totally optional. And this is your finished look. Let me know if you like this style. If you recreate this style, I would love it if you would take a picture and tag me on Instagram and show me how it worked out for you. Thank you so much for watching.